Welcome to the Rich Thinking Experience, where you can escape the 9 to 5 and live your dream life. Hear from millionaire entrepreneurs from around the world who will give you advice on how to start and grow your own internet business, as well as advise in the areas of sales and marketing, investing, and overall personal development. The Rich Thinking Experience with Rama Siva starts now.
If you're looking to learn about online and social media strategy, we have the Global Social Media Authority on the call today. He's a serial entrepreneur and host of instant publicity interviews, having interviewed thought leaders and mentors from around the world. He's a publisher of multiple business magazines, Billionaire Mentor, Work From Home, and Real Estate Income magazines. Welcome, Siddique. Thank you for joining me on this call.
It's my pleasure and honor.
So, where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Thank you so much. There are so many incidents. I don't know where I should start. Let me give you one. I was in grade 8. I am from a remote village in Pakistan. Rahim Yar Khan is a small city in the middle of the kind of countryside. And I was in grade 8. All my relatives and parents never went to school, and my relatives, some went to school, some never went to school. And there's no power in the whole, in our village. And they say, oh, no, I was in grade 8. Looks like I have a PhD because everybody else never went to school. They say, oh, don't go to school anymore because, if this kid kind of gone to high school and master degree and something, then he may never even listen to parents. And then I had a decision to make. Either I can listen to them and stop education, or my parents were so nice, they passed away, God bless them in heaven. And we decided that, oh, I should move out to city, and my parents can say, oh, he doesn't listen to us anymore, that he moved out for education. And I'm glad I did. However, here is the condition. If I fail into any subject, I come back and never go to school again. So I had no option to go back. I was so committed to actually pass. And then following that, I have done master's in computer science from a capital city, Islamabad, from one of the top universities in Pakistan. My parents never had the financial resources to support me for the education. From grade 8, I was tutoring it on the side as a private tutor and making money. After a bachelor degree, I had more money in my bank account what I needed to complete my master degree. I was receiving more scholarships than my monthly expenses. Mostly the students, they are asking for money from the parents or relatives or whoever I need every month. I had more money before even I went to university. When I completed the university, I had a balance left over in my account. In fact, those are the 2 years in my life where I had a zero debt and making money while we were actually studying it. So many incidents. In that one, because I went to city, I stayed at my teacher's home for 2 years for high school. Then for intermediate, I stayed at somewhere else. And then I stayed for 2 years in mosque to study. So I have so many people in my life that they all keep inspiring me. Yeah, you can do it. Stay at our home. There's no worries. I stayed at my bachelor degree, like a professor in a college. I stayed at their home for 2 years too. And then 18 years later, now I'm a publisher of 4 magazines, as you mentioned, clients in all over the world. And I have one of the top mentors in the world, my mentoring me, T. Cat Hauser, Alex Mandozian, Robert Sheeman, Jason Gilbert, and many, many others. So if a person like me can do it, anybody can do it. Let me tell you that part. I migrated to Canada in 96. I borrowed from a good friend, Khalil Ahmed, from Lahore. I borrowed $3,750 from him. Of course, I paid him back when I earned the money, but I got a job in 3 weeks. And I said it this one on Voice of America, 60 minutes interview. He was on the call. I publicly acknowledged him in front of millions of people around the world. And now we are business partners. His one time donation where I have to pay back like a loan thing turns into a lifelong relationship. Now you become a business partner. I have so many incidents in my life I can't even forget. Thank you for allowing me to share that.
Thank you for sharing this inspiring part of your life, Siddique. So, you have obviously been working in internet marketing for a long time. What do you think makes you really good at internet marketing?
There are so many things. The first thing is you have to do what you say. You have to come from the position of a trust and become a trusted trusted advisor with your client instead of trying to be like just a relationship. And here what you want to do is like your focus should be that I want to work with them and with their kids, that long relationship, not one time, not two times. It's not a transactional. Mm-hmm. My clients call me a king of relationship capital. You have to know, like, and trust first before you even ask for money. Until they like you, there's no way they are going to hire you. Here's the best part. Instead of trying to make a $10, they pay you $100, they feel good about it. Here's the example. I'm wearing a very simple shirt. It's probably a $12, $13. However, if there's a polo sign here, it will be $100. Same damn shirt. I'm a polo of my life.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. What are the highlights of your business career? How did you get into IM? Did you do any courses or is it all self-taught?
It's a combination of both. I have master's in computer science degree, as I mentioned, from Pakistan in 91 and 92. So I was a programmer, then become a system analyst. Then I always had a gene in my mind. I want to become an entrepreneur because I'm a problem solver. Mm-hmm. Challenge comes, I create an opportunity. That's where the entrepreneurship definition comes from. You have to solve a real challenge, what's happening in someone's life. Then I had a company in 97, and we went online in 2002. In February 19th, I got my first order for $82. I have the order number. I know who bought it from me. I bought something from $72 and sold for $82. I made $10 online. That was an amazing thing. After that, we sold for millions of dollars. Here's how I came into online. I hired some company to do the marketing for me. Guess what happened? They take the money, they never produce anything.
Indeed.
I lost my money. Then I hired another company. Then, of course, very similar, little bit difference, but however, I lost tens of thousands of dollars on that one. Mm-hmm. And then I hired, now you become smart because what you have to do, you don't have to repeat the same mistake again. Then I hired another company. I say, you know what? Your role is not to do for me. You teach me. I think I'm a good student. I'm going to learn it and apply it. You watch me how I do it. If I do a mistake, you correct me. Mm-hmm. So it was like a one-to-one coaching and mentoring. And 2-3 months later, I never looked back. Then we sold for millions of dollars, competing with 30 companies and all over the world. We were the number one, and we sold that company for big change in 2008.
Fantastic news. That's really good to hear. How could someone who's reading this or listening to this without any prior experience online make just $100 right now? What steps or strategies could you share with us?
Okay, the first of all, it's a great question, by the way. You may be aware of that. I am the founder of Pakistani Social Entrepreneurship Academy. That's a project of Al Shari Foundation, and we are on a mission to empower 1 million social entrepreneurs in Pakistan. Yes, Pakistan is a starting point, and then we will go to global into your country and every other country because all people are the same. Everyone deserves the same opportunity. Mm-hmm. I instead of focusing on $100, I would focus on my first dollar. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to look at, if this is a $0, this one is 0 point. If I go like this, this is $1 million. To make a first dollar, you have to come at 80%. 80% of your efforts takes the first dollar. Mm-hmm. So you have to do that. And you have to learn the right way, execute everything in the right steps. The first thing is 98% people are not teachable at all. They're not teachable at all. So my number one question to anyone is, are you teachable? If they say, yeah, I am teachable. Yes, if you have answered this, then take the course for I am teachable course. It's a free. If you complete it, you are teachable. If you can't complete that course, don't spend money. It's not for you. You can't even go there. So there's no point of wasting efforts on anything. And we do offer that course for free. There's no money, no credit card, nothing. And anybody can take it from anywhere in the world. It's all online. It takes only a few hours to complete. So test first yourself if you're teachable. Let's say now you're teachable, then I would suggest become a freelancer. It's only $5 you make it starts on $5 on Fiverr, Fiverr.com, where there are over 1.6 million people are making money. And you can try for $5. It starts at $5, it can go to as high as $10,000. So it doesn't mean it's $5. Focus on your first dollar. That's what I said. See what skill you have and apply it and see someone is willing to pay money for your skill. Amount is irrelevant, I told you. Once you make your first dollar, or first $4, or first $5 from Fiverr, no one can stop you. Why? Because now you got the confidence, I can do it. Somebody value my skills. Most of the time, we are our worst enemy. We say, you know what, I don't know anything. I don't know somebody is going to be willing to pay. What I know is average everybody else know. I don't even know how to ask for money from someone. Fiverr send you the customer. You don't have to find customers. Just list your, open a shop a little bit. It's all free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's your skills by doing some research and see if you can make your first $5. If you can make first $5, I have seen people making thousands of dollars after that. No one can stop them because we have over 100,000 students already.
Fantastic. That's great. Thank you for that. So the next question is, does SEO still work? Or is it better to use paid ads or Facebook ads or Google ads?
All of them. Use everything what you can afford. Yes, SEO does work. SEO, search engine optimization, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, it does work. However, the rules have changed. You have to know how they work these days. However, it worked all the time. It worked when Google started and it's working today too as well. Because here's the reason. When you do a keyword search, something shows up on the first page of Google. So SEO is working. But however, you need to know the rules and follow the rules. Facebook ad, yes, it works. Google ads, it works. Bing ads works. Everything works. So it's like a bicycle. So how many spikes are there in a wheel? Every spike is a channel. You want to maximize your channel so that you never, if there's only one spike, guess what? If it's broken, guess what happened? You will fall down, you never get up.
Yeah, that's very true. Thank you. So what 3 lessons or tips could you give to someone who wants to get rich?
How much rich? We can make a millionaire, everyone, anywhere in the world, if they follow the steps. Everyone will be rich. Somebody could be making $1 million a day. Somebody could be making $1 million in a month. Somebody could be making $1 million in a year. I made millions of dollars for so long. And somebody could be making a lifetime $1 million, by the way. So the difference is the time. It is not about $1 million. It's $1 million sale. I'm not talking about $1 million profit because I have no idea what the expenses are, what they do. When you work on $10 per hour, you still will be millionaire in 50 years, 60 years, 70 years. Doesn't matter. You will be millionaire. So rich, everyone has their own definition of rich. What you want to really learn is how to do the maximum outcome in a minimum time. How you make $1 million in minimum time. That's called productivity. Improve your productivity. And rich definition is not, bank balance is not the rich definition because we all are going to die. I have never seen a single person taking money with them when they die. So rich is, you have there are 3 types of accounts you want in your life. The first one is the living account where you can pay for your expenses and, day-to-day expenses. I learned from my mentor, Nido Abdo from Boston. The second account you need is saving account where you save for your kids and buying a big car and big home and all that stuff, traveling around the world. The third one is a giving account where you're helping someone. And that doesn't have to be separate bank account. Don't worry about it. It's a mental account. Because if someone asks for help, if you don't have a heart to help someone, you are going to ignore that person. You have to have an intention to give to somebody. It doesn't have to be money, by the way. It's just giving the right direction to someone. We are on this interview teaching other people where I'm sure some of them I'm going to meet them in person somehow. or virtually around the world, because this is again my giving account. I'm trying to increase my balance of a giving account so I can help others. That's the rich definition. Warren Buffett doesn't need more money. In fact, he gave a $30 billion to Bill Gates. Hey, help others. It's a giving account. Bill Gates has left Microsoft doing 100% eradicating polio and malaria all over the world. It's a giving account. And he is still the rich person. So rich is by how you feel about it. If you don't have a good health, you have a lot of money, there's no cure for that, guess what's happening? He's not asking for, God gave me more money, I want to be rich. No, he said, take everything what I have, just give me good health.
Indeed.
Yes.
That's true. How do you go about marketing your business? And what has been your most successful form of marketing so far?
The first, there are so many. There are three things you need to look for when you're marketing your business. The 3 M's is the message, what you are trying to talk to your client, and the audience, target audience. When you're speaking to your target audience, who is your target audience? Any business, a hair salon, people in a few mile radius, they come for a barber shop. It's a travel agency, people who like to travel. And it's like every business requires a different, their target clients are different. So you got to know your audience, just like how they sleep, how they wake up and everything, their women or their kids or their, everything. Your target audience is very crystal clear. It's like a surgical strike where when you talk, you know who is going to be killed on the other side. Here you're going to attract the right person. You cannot talk to everyone. They say, oh, my client is everyone. That means you don't even know who your client is. You don't have no client. Many authors write a book. They say, who is going to read your book? Everyone. No, that means you don't even know who you're written for. Because everyone speaks differently, you have to incorporate their word. That way you have to have a target audience. The message should be clear to them, the message match. So clients understand, your prospects understand. Then the medium, where you're going to market that. That's how you have to do it. Then the media. When everything match, 3 M's in the marketing, then you will be successful. That's the foundation of a marketing message. I've been successful on many of my campaigns. Even right now, I have over 100,000 students enrolled in Pakistan, and we have a sponsor around the world. That's our marketing.
Great. What has been your most satisfying moment in business so far?
There are so many. The one that reminded me of is Sheikh Faizan from Faisalabad, Pakistan. He started working online, tried online like they don't know what to do. And he is a high school student, very young boy. And tried for a few months, failed miserably. Then he said, this is not for me, like I gave up. And then suddenly through our marketing, we are connected with him. He got a second chance, and now he is a successful entrepreneur. And he is early stages of his college. He's not even completed yet. He came from 180 angle, from a gave up situation to a successful. And I see people like that going through that whole transformation. That is a satisfying moment for me. Another one, can I give you one more?
Please.
In Pakistan, the many families are very conservative. They don't allow their kids, especially the girls, to work outside. That's very common. It's also common in many countries, including India and Sri Lanka too. I know your culture. I have a number of friends from your country and from Bangladesh. So they don't allow their girls, and girls are educated, but they can't even use it. Especially after getting married, husband say, no, I'm going to work. I'm financially responsible. You stay at home and be kind of mom and just housework.
Yes.
And she has done an MPhil after a master degree. And now she says, she can work from home and make few $1,000s already.
Great.
Follow the whole conservative society. Don't break the society rule and family values. Whatever you got, we respect it. They'll work online wise, following everyone. And I recently interviewed. That's a very, very satisfying moment. We could. Otherwise, whatever she has done, 16 or 18 years of education, almost pretty much it's not any use until you can put into action and actually still.
Indeed. That's a really good story. It's amazing. Do you believe there is a formula to becoming a successful entrepreneur?
Yes, in any business, become an entrepreneur or anything, there's a success formula and it's a step by step. And you have to execute in the same sequence. Like we were a little child, then we started, the first step, parents were like, we started walking. Start running and start learning walking later. You may fall down, and you may be like wounded. You may be scared to even walk for the rest of your life. You have to follow the certain steps. First you take a baby steps, then grow up, then you go like in a school, you grade pre-K and then kindergarten, then grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3, and you never skip a sequence of that education. Same thing is for entrepreneurship. Whatever you want to do as an entrepreneur, there are certain steps and you follow in a certain sequence. Otherwise, the failure rate is too high. It's scary almost. However, if you follow the certain steps in a certain way, your chances of success goes very, very high. Almost like a 90%, and it's hard to even believe.
Great, great. How do you generate ideas? How are you creative?
The ideas are generated by listening to your customer, not talking. When you're talking, you're not listening. When you're not listening, you're not learning anything. So that's why you have the 2 ears. When your customer is talking, even though it's complaining for you, it's okay. Listen, because whatever the challenge he is telling you, as an entrepreneur, you solve those, help them to overcome those challenges. That's become your product or service. That's excellent. Ideas are generated by listening to your customers very closely. The moment your customer is talking, does not matter how they're treating you, just listen. Everything will be changed. You will have ideas after ideas just by listening to customers. When someone says, I'm out of ideas, I can tell he's not even listening to the customers. Because customers will give you everything what they want to buy from you in the next one. You just tell them. They're already telling you what they need.
Could you think of one example that one of your customers complained, was whining, and then you had a brilliant idea to create a service or a product to help him and other people?
I'm also an Amazon seller. I sell products on Amazon because I'm a media publisher, and we do the social entrepreneurship, and I do so many things. One of them is a sell on Amazon. Recently, Amazon have changed their rules where you can't ask a customer to write a review for you before they buy a product from you. They've changed. Any big company can change. The rules change all the time.
Indeed.
In compliance, doesn't matter what the rules are. You have to stay in compliance, otherwise they will kick you out. So, yeah, that's their big challenge. They're like thousands of sellers selling millions of dollars on Amazon, and now suddenly the rules change. That becomes the challenge. How everybody's scratching their head how to do it. Of course, I have a number of my clients, private clients, where I own certain percent of their company. This is a challenge about what we should do. We come up with a solution. Now we can provide them in a way more customers to get more reviews, staying in compliance with the company. I have no idea where it will go, but I can see a multi-million-dollar business.
Great, great. What habits, mindsets have helped you to become successful?
One word: integrity. Just one word. Whatever you say you're going to do, just do it. I learned from my mentor, Alex Mendosian, there's a 3-way to handle the integrity. 3 ways. The one is, once you have an agreement with someone, a verbally written email, doesn't matter. Just like on this interview, we will show up on time. Honor the agreement. Be there on time and just do it. The second way is, if something changed, tell them before the due date comes. Before the time. Not on time and the due. No. Before time is changed. We have changed the interview time. I told you right before the time. The third one is, undo the agreement, cancel it. I can't do it. Tell them before the due time, not on time. Before time is on time. Cancel the agreement. Because if you do it after the time, now you're out of integrity. It's like a small crack in a dam over a period of time can destroy the whole dam. Little fidelity in the husband and wife relationship or in professional world, Whatever you had, everything in your build, everything claims, all gone. Once you lost the trust and lose the integrity, typically there's no second chance. Keep the integrity, be honest, and deliver what you just said. So simple. It's not easy to do.
Very true. Thank you. What has been your biggest mistake so far in business?
Trusting people without vetting them. Yes. I have made my own mistakes and lost hundreds of thousands of dollars on the little mistake where I could have just checked that person before I did it. However, that's called not a failure, that's called a lesson.
And how did you deal and learn from it?
Learned it, never repeat the same mistake again. As far as you don't repeat the same mistake again, you're good.
Okay, great. How do you overcome those moments of doubts that stops many entrepreneurs who have great ideas? What pushes you through and makes you so successful?
Hire the mentor who has done it before you and done it many, many times, so that way they know what not to do. Your to-do list is not that important, by the way. For everything that's written in a book, do this, do this, do this. They never tell you what not to do. That's called experience. Someone has lost many times more money. Now, once you hire a mentor, you can shorten that path, and plus you're never in doubt where you will be ending up and doing it. It's like a blind person walking with someone else who is guiding them every step where to go. We are all blind in every field. It's not like I'm eyesight blind. I'm talking about vision blind. I'm talking about ideas blind. I'm talking about getting results. What will happen after this? What if I do, if I fail, what happened? What happened? That mentor will keep you in check, and plus it will make sure that you're successful because he or she has done it over and over. From any time when you started something and you are in the middle, you are doubtful, I can complete it, because 98% people start something but they never finish. They are not finisher. I call them, you have to be finisher every time you start something. Ask this question to yourself. Let's say I'm 80% done but never really finish. Here is the question to ask yourself: why I started this at the first place? That will keep you going. That's the question you need to ask. That's the only way you will finish it.
Thank you. What one thing do you credit for your success?
The one thing I would credit to my success would be strong relationship with the way more successful people than I am successful. Clients are way stronger. I have a multi-billion-dollar company, my client, and I have a global company in 160 countries. They are my client, and I have few $100 million people are my clients. Because once you actually establish a positive, trusted relationship with more successful people than you, even you achieved a small percent of what they have achieved, you will be way bigger where you are right now.
Great answer. If you were conducting this interview, what question would you ask?
No, I think you have asked pretty well. You have a very comprehensive interview. However, I will add where you want to go from here, how your future look like, because everyone has a future plan. So that way your audience can figure out, even the person who is successful, where they are going, so they can even learn how to, when they get here, how they can go beyond from here. That's the only thing I will add, because you asked me the question.
Great. Please, could you answer it?
Yeah. So we want to empower 1 million social entrepreneurs. We have 100,000 now. We want to just achieve the 10%, which is the tipping point. And now we are going to do the next 90% in next 1 year. 100,000 social entrepreneurs. So we are helping them to be successful, so they can help themselves and their family, then the neighbor, then the whole town, and then so no one is on this world before I leave is under poverty living and trying to look for help from someone, because there are so many people in the town looking for people how they can help, because we have trained them. Making money for yourself is okay. There's nothing wrong with making money. However, when you are in a position to help someone, you should have a giving account balance already. because they're trained, hey, I'm going to make $1, but 10 cents, I'm going to help someone right there.
Thank you. So, Mohammad Siddique, thank you so much for your time. It's been a privilege and honor talking with you today, and I hope to connect with you again soon.
Thank you.